one. Interesting. Alright, so this is the resistor here, must be, but this is a 93 van, only has this. Mine has the controller box next to it as well, so I found that interesting right now that the two are different. Alright, so we've got the 95 on the left, 93 on the right. Now, because this housing here is the same, these here are the same, the 95 one should bolt straight in without me having to make any mods, although I have made mods for this to fit to a 92, my van. Now this is out of a TCR 11, same as my van, but I had to make different holes for it to fit. This is from TCR 10, but that 95 will mount up exactly the same. So not all Previas are created equally. So we're going to pull that apart. Now the 3 speeds or 4 speeds, whatever it was, on the dash works with the 93. But this other module that stopped working on mine, I thought that was the resistor that everybody talks about, because even after so many years I've never had to replace one until now, or until recently, a different video, whenever I get a chance to make that. But I'm going to see if this 95 one has better or stronger fan, and is it instantly adaptable. So that's the resistor there, plugged into, and it's 4 pin. Isn't that interesting? So that one there, that's 2 pin. I can't swap that over. Now, this is a custom mod, and that air duct is supposed to be over there. So what can I do there? I don't want to swap over, I don't have to. Do find this interesting though. Part number of it. No part number, but definitely something is good to know about this is that if you're buying the resistor, you need to make sure you take your blower out and that you're getting the right part. So this here was almost ready for 95. So if you can't get yourself a blower for 95, but you can get a blower for 93, cut that little hole out for there, because this here is already the same. You just need to make that little square for that resistor to go in, a couple of screw holes, and you got yourself a housing for a 95. I can't just swap that over, but I can swap the blower over. Okay, so let's see if we can just swap the blower out and see how she goes. Now you might argue, well that snapped off, that's awesome. You might argue that this one here looks newer than this one here. That's only because I've had this one stored in the shed, and this is actually not original to that motor. A while back I had to make one motor out of 2, and that's that one there, and that's why it doesn't line up to there. And this 95 housing is from a parts van, exactly what it's being used for. Now I know that this works, but even the owner will tell you that even on full, there's not a lot of air coming out the vents. It just doesn't seem like it's getting enough force. So we're going to do that swap. Let's see how it goes. This is going to go on here. So the 95 and 93 blower fan are the same. Something in there to prevent them getting stuck in there later on, like on this one over here. Even though it looks like right, so you've got the motor there lining up, and that there is not facing the right direction, but that's only a matter of taking that off, facing it the right direction. That's the same. However, the blower plate is like that, and that's why this didn't line up. The owner ordered one, and I had to make the best out of two back in the day, going a couple of years ago. This turns easy, so we'll plug it in. I don't need to put the aircon on yet, we'll just test the blower speeds and see how it sounds. All those who remember, this is the pay it forward van. And as long as it has me in its life, it gets looked after. Now I do want to put this in like as if I'm installing it properly, so I want to feel the air force inside. Right now I could just plug it in if I want to and test it, but it'll sit loose. We don't want that to happen. Yeah, we'll keep one on the other side as well. Okay, even though that sounded like it should have been right, it's not. Now I have a sneaky suspicion that the power needs to be switched around on that fan. It's not going to hurt it, it's just 12 volt. To try that out. I was on a limited time before when I did this, because you know, you need to get things done, the day goes flying past, and before you know it, you're like, alright, well, it works good enough the way it is, that'll have to do. Here I have the time to play, so without following which trace is what here, I'm just going to do a switcheroonie on this point. To change the polarity and see if the blower spinning the other way is any better. It's very probable that when I did it last time, X amount of years ago, however long ago it was, that I got the polarity wrong. It doesn't get wet in here, so You don't really need to put electrical tape on it. That's just my overkill. Try to prevent moisture getting into the screws, causing corrosion. Alright, we'll put that in, test it again, and see if that's any better. You know what a clever thing would be? Plug it in. Always heard power helps. Now we're cooking with gas. It sounds good, it blows air good, so that's all it was. This needed to be rotating the opposite direction. Okay, so now I can assemble that one, I put that one back together with the spare parts, and move on. Alright, you all might, for those who remember this van, you might remember about 3 years ago I did the refrigeration on this, put high chill in it. The AC is not working again, so there is definitely still a slow leak, but I'm not looking for the leak. I'm going to put the repair stuff in again, but first of all I'm going to check the charge on the system, see if there's something in there. We still got 60 psi there of pressure, so it's not a dead system, it's just undercharged because it is leaking. I will put another repair kit through it. Now, new technology of repair kits is nothing like the old days. Like it used to gunk up the dryers and so forth. The new AC repairs, and that goes with all of them, not just this particular one, they're designed to only harden up where there's air meeting the gas, so you don't have to worry about like the old days that the dryers and that would get gunked up with this fluid, because it's non-hardening unless it matches with air. Alright, first of all, with this stuff here, I'm just going to find my sweet spot. Okay, so a little bit. Now I'm going to shake this for a good, say, 3 to 4 minutes, maybe even 5 minutes, because it's been sitting still for so long. All the chemicals and everything's probably like all gummed up at the bottom. You need to get that all loose, get it all shaken loose before putting it in. Make sure that you get it all in the system. I'm going to try and do something different, and hopefully I don't damage my phone in the process. But that's the pump down there. You're going to watch it engage. I'm going to start the van up first, and then you won't hear me anymore. Start putting gas in the system, and you should see it engage. After it's engaged, I'll move the camera